Okay, we should.
Hello, Minerva. Welcome to the chat. I said I would use the Dancer Twi'lek for Dexterity, and I did. Her name is Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
You always left.
I thought it was mildly amusing. I couldn't really think of anything funnier. The laws of physics have betrayed you. I heard about your ship mishaps in Assassin's Creed 4. Silly moments. Manowar decided to start doing barrel rolls for no reason. What if it was funny though? What if the reason was it's because it's funny? By the way, we're rolling with 18 AC with no armor on right now. We've got dueling, we've got +5 to dex, and we're a scoundrel. I'm trying to stack as much AC as I can without using force powers. Apart from, force speed. No valor. We're gonna see if AC can matter enough to this character with 2 HP. It can be funny, but like you shat yourself, that would have been embarrassing, but that would have also been funny, so it would have been doubly funny. Gotta wait for combat to clear real quick. Welcome back, Anakin. We missed you. That's the only thing. That's what Padme says to me. I'm such a lucky guy, fellas. I hope I don't mess this up. Oh wow, this model actually puts clothes on. I didn't think that was gonna happen. What do you know? Hello, Chups. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well tonight. What's our AC looking like right now? 22. 22. We could use an even lighter armor. But actually no, our dex bonus is fine right now. Our dex bonus is perfectly acceptable. We are still getting hit, which is expected, I suppose. All the AC isn't going to save you 100% of the time. Maybe with crit immunity, things will get really crazy. But we are missing, people are missing against this character like 80% of the time. 85% of the time. That's still pretty good. May reduce the amount of animation canceling I have to do. Maybe.
It's a dark Jedi.
It's a dark Jedi. What do you know? Also, I can use stealth this playthrough, just like I use stealth for int.
That was one of the Jedi company.
Because stealth is a dexterity based skill. So that's cool. We can use that to cheese some encounters out. We'll probably like never be seen in stealth either, so that'll be really nice. Our stealth isn't gonna have like the highest score because it's not a scoundrel. Well, no, it is scoundrel proficient. Yeah, we'll be just fine.
The bridge is. I should.
Come to think of it, I actually am one stealth point short. I should have one more stealth point added to my character, but honestly, it's fine. I forgot to go in and change my skills out in the editor. Looking very dexterous today, indeed. Gangnam Style is in fact the most dexterous dance... Wow, say that 5 times fast. Dexterous dancer to ever live. The most dexterous dancer in the entire galaxy. Dexterous dancer. Dexterous dancer. It's so easy to mix that one up. Ignore that his her PFP looks a little different. That should be about right, yeah. There, corrected. We're gonna need HP. Regrettably. Regrettably, we're not invincible. Not yet, anyway. Trask, back up, bro. Don't telegraph. Damn. Dexterity. Maybe. I couldn't think of any funnier names off the top of my head when I was going through the save editor. So, Gangnam Style is the best I got. Hello, DM Live. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Basilisk escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
No, I can't wait for you much longer. You underestimate the power of the dark side. If you will not fight, you will meet your destiny. 2? Destiny 2, the video game? I knew it. Alright guys, first 1v1. Oops, I still have the male sound set on. Happens. Damage is still really bad. And of course our healing is really bad, so may as well use what we can. At least I'm a little more confident in just, you know, running into people's faces. Let's just try and do nothing here. Dodge. Good. It's just the wayward chance, man. The wayward chance that I get slimed out. It's just enough to lower the hope. Maybe with Dex drugs, I can become untouchable. I actually want to know what the bonus on this normal-ass Sith Trooper is. What's he got? Base 3. And my... they have -4 Dex as well. So, they basically have -1 to hit. Them hitting me at all is like, how? I have 22 AC and they have -5 to hit. What are they rolling apart from a crit? I gotta see this. Hello, Emery. Welcome to the chat. The Achutinator. That would have also been pretty funny. Alright, if I can live a hit, I want to see. Roll 6. Oh. Melee also gets a +10 to ranged. I wasn't aware it was a 10 both ways. Oh, I can't wait to have a lightsaber then. I really need a lightsaber. Yeah, so there's a point blank bonus for range. There's also a point blank melee versus ranged bonus. So it's a 10v10. Okay, okay. So I made it like 50% easier to hit me. That's no bueno. I can literally hit anytime I want. I've got really good chance to hit anyway, so no need to do what I usually do to survive. Let's see what happens. Yeah, lightsaber would be great, because I can actually benefit from Dex. I can use Dex to increase my attack chance. With lightsabers. Instead of relying solely on strength, lightsabers have finesse. Civilized weapons from a more civilized age and all. Let's see. They have a -7 to hit. I'm not getting hit by this guy. It doesn't matter what he does unless he crits. I'm not getting hit. It'll be very interesting to see the attack thresholds that normal NPCs have.
Be careful, or you.
Be careful. Alright. Let's wrap this up. Go get him, Fido. A lightsaber, an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Indeed, indeed. A saber? Is it interactive? I don't know. It could be used by Space Marines too, if they really tried. I would imagine. All Knights Your Old Republic. Well done, well done.
아추다. 뭔가 군비스돌비 기고였나.
Which Gooners made you play the dancing Twi'lek Clole?
That's actually a really good question. I don't remember who in specific. You're gonna have to just like petition the chat, ask. Thank you very much, Michael Callie, for your support. I highly appreciate it. But I do remember that the dancing Twi'lek was a specific request. So when am I gonna add the Achuta line as a random slime chance? As a random... Well, I do act... That, I have the board. I have the soundbite for it. I just need to actually, like, put it into Stream Elements. Knowing that, though, the slim chance is actually going to be like every other chance. Which is fine, it's funny that way. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be actually very common. Hello, Dralium. I know it wasn't me, I would revel in the credit of it. The Dancing Felix's face high polygon count is slowing down the streamer's PC. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
That's
One nade. It's a good day when it's one nade. Now, light side or dark side does not matter this playthrough. Thankfully. I can just do whatever the hell. I don't think there's any, like, gear that I need to be aligned for. There is a Dex implant. Dex gloves. Jedi robes as usual, so I can get force speed. There is a Dex belt, pretty sure. Let me look all this up, actually. Dexterity. Dexterity. Of course, there's hyper-aginal alacrities, which I can buy. Dexterity implants. Probably not as good as crit immunity, because I have no HP, and if someone rolls a crit, I lose. Verpine, Ocular Enhancer, and /or Combat Sensor. Definitely going to be the Combat Sensor for sure. That would be very good to use. Brejix Gloves. Advanced Stabilizer Gloves. How many star maps in is that? Oh wow, it's right away. Awesome, awesome. I can get the money for that right off the bat after ye old Terrace. This is gonna be a while. I don't have normal. Surprisingly, security isn't a lockpicking adjacent stat. Lockpicking is dexterity in most tabletop systems, but in this game it's wisdom. I guess Yoda can break into anywhere he wants. Wait a minute, I didn't know the Junro crystal gave you dexterity. What? Wow, I actually didn't know that.
That hurt, I bet.
I did not know you actually got a stat bonus from any lightsaber crystal in KOTOR 1. Huh. Guess we'll take it. There's the Baragwin stealth unit. The adrenaline stimulator. The Baragwin stealth unit is going to be final endgame. I don't know if I want to go for that, because I just don't want to deal with the Trandoshans that much. Maybe it'll be fine. The adrenaline stimulator is also endgame, and it gives me +4 to all saves, which is pretty okay. Either or, really. They're both endgame, may as well get both of them. Bofa, if you will. Wow, this is gonna suck. You know what, Karth, buddy, my slime. Help a girl out.
It's open.
Thanks. Now, get back in the pile. But yeah, we've got lots of options for dexterity boosting gear early on, along with stims, which we can buy en masse. Very nice, very nice.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I can't. No, I don't.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Let me buy 1 energy shield to help make these upcoming encounters a little easier. Nice, nice, nice. You can go do a few. You can do a few duels in the dueling ring. Get some more money so I can buy the nice stealth belt for Terrace. Just an extra +2. It's not bad. Just punch the door. That's not very dexterous, you know. That's very strength-pilled. Yeah, just as rare, quote-unquote, as pure Pizak. I don't think KOTOR would work good with New Game Plus. Hard to explain why you have force power since the beginning of the whole plot. You were trained as an adult. I mean, I think there could be a very interesting New Game Plus like story they could go with, where it's basically that one mod where you start as a Jedi, or you're Revan, of course, and you know you're Revan. You're not supposed to know, but you do know. So you have all your force powers and stuff intact from your Revan days. That could be kind of cool. As an explanation. Mayhaps. I wouldn't mind New Game Plus. I don't think it would, like, be all that interesting, though. I'm not that big a fan of New Game Plus unless it adds, like, completely new gear to go after. Completely new stuff to look into. And even then... Even then, at that point, like... It's very niche. Most people just care about your first playthrough of a game, YouTube-wise. You can do New Game Plus stuff and show how good you are at boss's mechanics, but I don't know. I think most people just don't.
Sorry.
I think it's that crazy. Alright, I have to talk to the man.
Hello.
My name's Gangnam Style.
There's some. Are you? That's.
You're a liar and a cheapskate.
Hi there. Don't try.
Good, good. Now we can kill those Sith troopers.
Where did...
Those little differences in dialogue when you play as a lady in this game. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough where I played as a lady. So, these are going to be new experiences for me.
What? How?
Shut up, you spoiled brat. New Game Plus would be sick, do Palpatine deception kind of thing, where he pretends to be someone he's not. Also adds new stuff too, new quests, gear, makes the game slightly harder. Double-bladed lightsaber will be mandatory. I'm actually thinking single lightsaber just so I can bump my armor class even higher with dueling. I don't know if that's gonna like help very much, but I just want to see how high my AC can get. I hope that my legacy name will change when I switch to a different server in Old Republic. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. Gonna use stealth? Yeah, I will. The most agile Jedi ever. Love how Starfield does in G+. I think a Jedi game could do that well. Yeah, when a New Game Plus is baked into the story, I think that's cool. Because when it's just New Game Plus for the sake of New Game Plus, I'm meh about it. Hope they remake some of the stuff from KOTOR too, like the additional combat animations. Yeah, for sure, that'd be nice. Magufka. It's gotta have Magufka. Magufka's gotta be meta, hard meta. Or else I'm crying. Imagine playing KOTOR 8 times harder. I wonder if someone's done it. I know that there's the one mod that, what does it do? There's that one mod that lets you scale your difficulty however high you want. Impossible modes, alternate files can boost the outgoing damage of enemies up to 100. If you really want that to happen to you. Wow, thank you very much, Chubbs, for your gift membership. Highly appreciate your support, and congratulations to I Don't Care About Anyone Else for receiving that gift membership. Congratulations again. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir. Can still kill him, you just don't talk to him. I think New Game Plus should have a difficulty harder permanently without a way to change it. Not stupid fuck off hard, but like intermediate / advanced. I think the better decision in regards to like New Game Plus or bigger difficulties is just like an honor mode. I think Baldur's Gate 3's honor mode is like the coolest thing ever. Permadeath, one save. If you die, the save gets deleted. I just think it's really cool. I think it would be very fitting for KOTOR. Alright, how high is this feller's attack? Wow. His base is 4, so he doesn't have a 0% chance. He has, you know, a 20% chance to hit me at any given time. One good roll, though, is all he really needs. Like that. Cringe. See, just having no HP is rough. Gotta stack armor class even higher. Does Baldur's Gate 3 have New Game Plus? No, it does not. Someone got membership for you, so you're passing energy to someone else. That's nice. That's awesome. Your on-road video is what got me into your channel. I have a BG3 going myself. A BG3 channel or a run? Honor mode run. Hold on, I'm being chased by the goons. The silly fellas. The Rhodians. Never played it, actually. Never played BG3. You want to, though? I recommend it for sure. It's a lot of fun. Good luck getting it on a good sale, though. I think the lowest that game's ever gone, discount-wise, is 40% off. And even then, it was still, what, $40? So, it's a bit of an investment, but obviously it's worth it because it is like one of the great games of the decade, of the 2020s. So you can't go wrong.
I see from you.
Oh right, hold on. I have to yap about the disease.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Helping.
Alright, let's not die to these guys real quick. Hopefully, perhaps. Honor mode run, love lore Drow Bard for those who have played it. So you're playing Bard, eh? Yeah.
Looks like we got.
Lore Bard's pretty fun. One of the better supports in the game. Check out the nade, fellas. Got him, lol. You know, in this run, we're going to be so dexterous that we jump from the light and the dark side on a whim. Because that's what true dexterity is. Being flexible with your morality to better improve your own standing in the galaxy. Makes sense to me. Hello, Forlorn Watchman. Welcome back. You could also easily put 500 substantial hours into BG3. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, I did the animation. I did the speedrun glitch where I entered a building on accident. Richard Williams was in my Discord earlier playing a run of KOTOR where he had to take a shot every time he like lost at Pizak and a bunch of other conditions. Shot of alcohol and/or water. He said that he accidentally glitched into the Sith base, I believe. It was pretty funny. I think it's the female models in this game, the specific size and portions they have. For some reason, they can clip through load zones. They're actually used very often in speedruns. Oh, you already own it on Steam, never touched it though. Destiny always... Yeah, fair enough. Well, I do recommend it. Absolutely worth it. If you like KOTOR, you'll like BG3 for sure. And if you like D&D. But yes, hello, Forlorn Watchman. Good to see you. Playing practice games on accident with Subam Tam for an hour. I did see the Suvam Tam attempts. Bro was kind of getting hammered. Pause. Suvam Tam's hard. I was lucky to get 7 wins in a row against him that one time. That was just like pure, total, utter luck. Time. Me when time. Hello, Richard. Speak of the devil. You just finished KOTOR on Switch. KOTOR 2 arrives tomorrow. Awesome, awesome. Enjoy. Were the controls fine on that platform? I played it originally on phone. I just don't know if I'd like enjoy the Switch's layout as much. But then again, if I could play it on phone / iPod, like old phone / iPod, Switch would probably be just fine. Alright, what's this guy's chance of hitting? Base is 1, he can't hit me. Unless he crits. Nice. It's nice to run into enemies who just can't hit you. At all. You know, I might actually have to glitch the Sith uniforms. Because the dex bonus the Sith uniforms give is pretty substantial if you have high enough dex. I don't want to be capped out at just 5. Let me look at armors on Terrace. If there's any good stuff. Any good light armors apart from the Ichani Fiber. The Ichani Fiber has a 5 dex limit. Despite the good AC it gives you up front. Let's see. Combat suit is a no-no. Yeah, there's no dex bonuses higher than 5 or 4 on Terrace. So it may be... No, it won't. It won't be. Unfortunately, Adrenal Alacrity will not be helping us right now. Apart from increasing our chance to hit. But, yeah, there's no light armor obtainable in the early game that lets us push our dex to the limit. It's mostly late game. What late game armor is even letting you push that far? There's like no good max dexterity bonus armor, even in the light armor category. +5 is it. Yeah, Jedi robes are going to be like a big thing for us. We're going to be needing them Jedi robes for show. We're low-key a little handicapped. Still, +12 AC with the... What do you call it? The Ichani Fiber is going to be better than +10. If we manage to get the full +8 dex modifier from our dex. It is what it is. Dexter, that would have also been pretty funny. Controls are just 1-for-1 the Xbox controller. Ah, I see. I also thought about the Zero Company / BG3 approach to the KOTOR remake. The battles are turn-based. We switch to third-person camera when you explore. Yeah, that could be cool. I wouldn't mind turn-based combat. I think turn-based combat would be a strange direction though, because if they're trying to appeal to more people, I would think they'd want to do action RPG mechanics. These guys give a surprising amount of XP for a bunch of drunk bums. Can't complain. And 12 whole dollar? Like, come on, dude. Who can say no to that? But I wouldn't mind turn-based. I think turn-based would be pretty cool. Maybe it would be simpler than real-time with pause, because people are used to Baldur's Gate now. Who knows? Just glitch the suit. I could, but even then, it's not that worth it. Actually, hold on. Is the Sith armor KOTOR? I think it may be, I think there may be a bug with the Sith armor. It displays +8 to Dex, but it actually has, like, infinite Dex bonus, depending on how high your Dex can go. I know that's a bug with robes. They state a flat Dex bonus, but they can actually go really high. As high as your Dex can go. Sith armor. Yeah, the max dexterity bonus is as high as your Dex can go. Can I get +10 on this planet? I don't think there's any Dex boosting I can get from gear on this planet. Like, no belt or gloves. I'll get to 23 mod. Then I could get to, like, 27. Nah, it won't be worth it. It won't be worth it to keep the armor. Had to make sure, though. Those drunk men are my best friends, and you just gunned them down like dogs. I didn't do a thing. The local authorities handled the matter. It would be cool to wear Sith armor. Hey, buddy. Move it. Final Fantasy 10-2 had a blend of both. 10-2. Sounds complicated. Oh, I stole her head. It's gone. I took it. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is tragic. What a tragedy. Thought you would play as Twitch for Dex or Bendak. Those could have also worked, but, you know, when chat requests a dance or Twi'lek, then they get to answer Twi'lek. I'm surprised Aspire never ported the OG KOTOR 1 and 2 to PS5 and Xbox when they did the Switch version, with updated widescreen and bug fixes. They were busy, I think. They're busy taking L's with the court case. Maybe they said, yeah, fuck it, no more. Could also be that they were discouraged when they lost the rights to creating the KOTOR remake. They had their assignment switched. Saying it'd be cool to wear Sith armor is equivalent to saying it'd be cool to dress like a... Yeah. Kind of, but like, you know. At least Sith are fake. And wildly incompetent. Dancers are indeed very dexterous. How could I steal her head like that? How wooed. You better hope they have universal health care on Terrace. Not for aliens. I think the combat for KOTOR Remake is the biggest problem for developers, when it's not turn-based spamming Jedi powers. I don't mind, like, the sandbox of KOTOR. Like, I don't mind how things are meta-wise. I like the way this game plays. God damn it, man. I like how powerful you feel as a Jedi when you build things correctly. It's just getting people to play the game is the biggest problem. biggest challenge. They've conquered the galaxy hundreds of times. It never stuck, though, did it? I don't know about hundreds, either. They won in SWTOR, but then they made a treaty. Obviously, due to influence from a flip-flopper. How am I getting hit, dude? It's because I have a ranged weapon. They have a +10 to hit me when I have a ranged weapon on. Then the big Sith Emperor came back with his own army that weren't Sith. Conquered the Sith themselves as well. I think the one real time the Sith conquered the galaxy was with Palpatine, and that just didn't stick, you know? What was it, 20, 30 years? The Republic had 1,000 years? Like, I don't know, the numbers are not in the Sith's favor. Alright, I went too far. That's okay, though. Didn't even give the shop owner a heads up. Well, it is how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta steal somebody's head. Their entire cranium. Dantooine battle track is your favorite. My favorite track in KOTOR is the Pazak track. The music that plays when you're playing Pazak is the best. Chups prefers the KOTOR 2 soundtrack, fair enough. Is what it is. Sometimes you just steal somebody's head, yeah. It's a rule. It's an occurrence that occurs, what can I say? Sometimes you gotta do a little bit of thievery to get what you want out here. The mean streets of Terrace. Hey, nothing for free on Terrace. Alright, let's get this guy over here. Put him in the blender. So how this works. Your KOTOR and OBS sadly are not working. I remember you were talking about that last stream. I would recommend looking up the KOTOR widescreen tutorial by Zool if you didn't do the KOTOR widescreen mod installation. I forget if you said you did or not. I found that to be pretty helpful. But yeah, as far as OBS goes, I just, as I've said last stream when you were talking about it, I stream my entire screen, record my entire screen, not just game. Not just the game window. And, I believe I'm in full screen. I don't actually know. I'm in 1080 by 1920. These are my settings. VSync's on, soft shadows, frame buffer effects are off. Basically all the other things are off except for my textures, which are at high. And that's what works for me at the moment. You're gonna go play Hearts of Iron with a friend. Good luck. May the Force be with you. Have fun. Enjoy. Octo City and Manon have a cool soundtrack as well. Hashtag free Terrace. No, it's hashtag escape Terrace. Ain't no one want to stay on Terrace. Terrace is doomed or something. Imagine if you're like on the HoloNet, you're having a really bad day at work on Terrace, and it's like the day that Malik shows up, and you're just saying, God, somebody blow me up or something. Someone kill me now. It's that meme of John F. Kennedy saying, oh, this parade is so boring, shoot me now. But it's Terrace. It's like a Teresian citizen. Terrace is free because no one wants it, true and real. Terrace is what the New Yorkers call a pit. Hey, listen. When the local Terrace ball team wins at sports ball, when a Teresian racer wins the Swoop Race Invitational, all of a sudden the pit becomes the greatest place on earth. I'm just saying. My hidden Bex won. My hidden Bex won the Swoop Race. I live in the greatest city planet on earth in the galaxy. I wanna live. The game's in window mode, then screen recording works. KOTOR 2 in Windows have other issues making it unplayable, like characters unable to move in combat. That's weird. I play this game in full screen, and it works. KOTOR 2 is a separate beast. I think you just need to turn the VSync. Do you have the VSync for KOTOR 2 turned on as well? Because I know you said you were going to turn it on for KOTOR 1. But again, if you're experiencing lots of technical difficulties with it, I would recommend looking at Zool's videos on YouTube, XUUL. He's got lots of technical information and stuff for YouTube, for KOTOR. Modding. Old Public theme is the greatest for me. We do love the Old Public theme as well. And I think apart from the Pazak the Pazak song, the music for Pazak, I'm a big fan of the final boss battle with Malik in the observatory. That music is so fire. I should honestly download that. Like, on my music app. It's pretty damn good. Bastila's theme is also really good. Very true. Hidden Beck should drop a mixtape. So real. What would the Hidden Beck's mixtape be about? Would it just be like a Bregic burn? Like a diss track for Bregic? That'd actually be pretty fire. Legend Monkey, you're shorter than I expected. I'm 6'2½", I'll have you know. I'm quite a masculinely sized male. I'll have you know that I'm not short. 5'11". How about a game of Gwent / Pazak? Gwent-Zak? Wow, my grenades are on fire today, dude. KOTOR 2 has this obsidian magic similar to Bethesda, but instead of glitches, you have glitches that crash your game. Yeah, when it's a real glitch, it crashes. It doesn't play around with you. Real glitches break your game, not be funny. Imagine if the mixtape, the Hidden Beck's diss track, yeah. Then they have a Kendrick Drake-sized beef. That would be kind of fire, I can't lie. Whole-ass side quest where your entire job is to find dirt on Bregic so the Volkers have... So the Becks have good lyrics to write. Being able to play Pazak IRL is awesome. Yeah, having a card deck, like you said, like you have, it's pretty cool. pretty shradical. I think the one time I played Pazak IRL with a normal, like, playing card deck, it was, like, on a cruise ship. I was bored, and I was in the kids' club, because I was younger. So I took normal playing cards and repurposed the black and red cards to be plus and minuses for Pazak. People actually liked it. People thought it was kind of funny. I don't think it was super duper popular, but, you know, it was kind of cool. If only I had a plasma torch. Yeah, dude, if only. I like how KOTOR 2's dev, I like how Obsidian was, like, literally so offended by the idea of lockpicking doors. Like, they just thought it was enough of a problem that, like, too many kids were fucking around, taking forever to knock open doors. They were like, alright, you know what? We're not letting that happen. We're not letting this happen to our players. We're giving them a plasma torch. At the same time, they were like, let's have consequences for breaking shit down, too. Like, I think they were taking the whole lockpicking situation a little too seriously. Like, just a teeny tiny bit. Gebuna. Gebuna. Alright, Karth, get out of here. Hidden back with their hit mixtape straight out of the Undercity, cruising down in my speed racer. Brejik thinks he's got a prototype accelerator. All that bitch knows is how to be a traitor. Bar? Is it a bar? I think it's a bar. I need some jams that aren't mumble rap, country, or metal. Any suggestions? Metallica. Looking forward to KOTOR minigames. We need Caravan. No, we don't need Caravan. We just need... Hold on. Ultra rare Achuta. Ultra rare Achuta. If Monkey has bars, I'll sell. Instead of F the police hidden decks, drop a track called Fuck the Sith Base. Fuck the Sith Base coming straight from the Undercity. I don't know how to follow that one up. Young Beck's got it bad cause we drive, I don't know. Cause we swoop. They better have Pazak and KOTOR, hell yeah. KOTOR needs Pazak. I don't understand why they didn't think to bring Pazak into KOTOR. $200 million for that game in the big 2010s, and they couldn't afford Pazak. Instead, they bring up Sabak. Who the fuck likes Sabak, dude? Shit's ass. Dex is on the menu tonight, indeed. Hello, Dex, by the way. Retail rants, I should say. I saw the X and I twisted my wires. Anyway, guys, first try. Alinda, Uji. Not photo. It's Lupa. I always choose photo because he sounds like he'd be in charge, you know? Get you a girl who can achupa, am I right? Did you guys know that bird mating dances are called lecking? The process of a bird mating dance is lecking. And Twi'lek headtails are called leks. So, this means that all Twi'leks are actually birds. And every time they dance, they're doing a mating dance because they're birds. That's just the rules. George Lucas himself told me this. It came to me in a dream. Ooh, he has a +6 to hit, so he can hit me like 20% of the time. or 15% of the time. What's Sabak? Worse Pazak. It's another Star Wars card game that's more canon, mentioned way more times in like TV and other media for Star Wars. It's tragic, really. It's like the canon Cantina scoundrel game. Han Solo plays it, Lando plays it. It's how Han Solo got the Millennium Falcon. I believe it's how Lando Calrissian came into ownership of, you know, Bespin as a city. Hell of a thing to win in cards. Also, do you guys know that Han Solo has ownership over Korriban? Moribund? He won that in a card game too. I swear, dude, these smugglers are getting into these high-stakes card games, doing insider games. Doing the craziest shit. A girl who isn't a basic bit. Damn. That's racist. What you got against the Bith girls? They know how to play the Clue. You know, the Clue flute. Just don't ask them what songs they play, what kind of, like, style of music they play. It'll be awkward. Still better than Holo Tactics from Jedi Survivor. Achuta Kaka. Lex Birdman interviews Darth Beebe. What? What was that sentence? My sources trust me, bro. Have I played any of the QOF mods? What are the QOF mods? Quality of Freak mods? Ayo. Brejik, you snake, your loyalty's fake. Sold out the Vex for a tiny-ass power tank. Talk loud, but Lower City doesn't clap. All they hear is a backstab wrapped in rap. Rhyming rap with rap is honestly a power move. Chat, we got bars. He won the ancient world of the Sith from gambling. I wonder what Vishit would think of that shit, honestly. Don't think I've ever seen a Bith girl. They're in SWTOR. A few of them. Coworker of mine was bitching about not getting enough black characters in Star Wars. What black characters there are treated well. I mean, Mace Windu comes to mind. I think maybe she's thinking of Finn and how Finn was absolutely shafted. Which he was. Absolutely, utterly shafted. Poor Finnegan. Could have been an interesting character. But, they lied. I know there's a diarrhea parasite going around restaurants right now, but I need an enchilada plate. Yeah, I've heard about that outbreak happening with produce. Lots of produce are carrying, lots of unwashed produce seems to be carrying around that disease that gives you big diarrhea, dehydrates you. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that's rough. Hoping I don't get that. I just had a bowl of chili with tomatoes in a can. I think that counts as washed, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay. But if you're having produce, we'll wash it so you don't get sick. Unwashed grasses. Cyclopurpuria. Cyclopurpuria. Sounds about right. Close enough. I liked Finn being a trooper turned Jedi more than we got. He was a black character with more going than being a stereotype. Yeah, Finn is just another casualty of episode 8 and 9. Fight choreography in episodes 7 to 9 was dreadful. It's like when they pick up sticks in the woods and pretend they're swords, calling it choreography is an insult. Yes, I've heard many a thing Many critique on the choreographies.
Go away.
Oh no, dog food? Recall from parent. Oh, that's not good at all. I have dogs. I should look into that. Zerka must be in charge of the lettuce production. I've also heard that, yeah, the Trump administration with Robert F. Kennedy, they're downplaying this disease because they don't think it's a big deal. Oh my god, I stole her head too. I'm sorry. I don't know why they're downplaying a disease that's very real out here. But whatever, I guess. This is what we voted for. Hey, we speak the same language. Twi'lek to Twi'lek communication. Goodbye, Padme from the Clone Wars TV series, and also Vet from SWTOR. I seriously didn't know that Missions VA played as Padme in Clone Wars. I couldn't tell. She sounded much different. Alright guys, we've stolen the head from this dancer. It's time to show her up at her own game. Let's do this. I have perfect dexterity, so I should be able to do anything. Yo, what are the... I didn't know female Revan had different moves. I didn't know Femme Revan did different moves. I'm actually confused. Bewildered. Stunned. I'm bringing up politics in regards to the recent drug outbreak, not drug outbreak, the recent outbreak of the diarrhea virus, the diarrhea bacteria on unwashed produce. And there was a relevant point to talk about with the Trump administration and Robert F. Kennedy. They are downplaying the outbreak and saying it's not a big deal. That was a relevant detail that I thought I would add. In any case, wash your produce and treat it as a big deal so you don't get sick. Dogs eat shit when they get the chance. They'll be fine. That's true. That is true. Achuta. Achuta. You're a little suspicious. Even them Jedi Padawans and younglings, Anakin Dice would have fried Kylo Ren. I mean, if you're playing the Jedi... You're playing the Jedi Academy mod where you play as Anakin fighting against all the younglings. That shit's kind of hard, honestly. That's 12 enemies with actual working lightsabers, all swarming on you. They'd probably fry Kylo Ren for sure if they're frying Anakin in that game, that mod. Time to go get that prototype accelerator. Fact of the matter is that you're too close to the president. The council doesn't like it when he interferes with gamer. The Jedi Council are gamers, yo. Must log my destiny 2 hours. Very important it is. Okay, Windu. We're doing Vault of Glass. I need Vex Mythoclast. Do the oracles with Xenophage. There is no war in Bossing today. There are no poop bug and Taylor Farms lettuce. Not real. If you're pooping, it's because you gotta poop. Simple as that. There's no such thing as a poop virus. If you're pooping, it's because you got a poopy. Baba poopy. Anyone know what the Balin Skull actor died of? A lot of Gen X-Men are doomers and catastrophized dying. Catastrophized dying around 49-52. That is called a midlife crisis. It's very common. I don't know what he died of. I'm gonna guess cardiac issues. That seems to get a lot of people. Tragically. The council chambers had 12 gamer chairs with the Razer logo on it. That's true. How could I forget? It was literally in the movie. It was literally right there. Did Brejik have a brow piercing in the movie? I don't think so, no. Brejik was kind of like soft and tiny in the movie. Brejik was low-key a femboy.
You guys are behind.
Inspired idea, I must say.
So you want to play this the hard way?
Younglings should have been made Inquisitors. One of them was Shiva, you know. I thought Gen X was immortal after making it past 27. Where is Omni-Man? Where is he? Yaddle, the finest gamer girl. Does that make Dooku a super chud for killing her? I will not abide a Discord kitten in my chat room. This is a male-only piety. I don't know why. I don't know why he would do it. Why would Gamer Dooku do this? It's outrageous. It's unfair. Cat Goblin with a chain and steel series keyboard. Very important that my shit be RGB. Big for morale. Promise. Very necessary. Check out the nade. Yeah. Aww. He turned his shield on. Oh, trying to get me worked up, bringing up Yaddle. Man. It's always the interesting choices in my chat. We got Yaddle, we got Kreia. We got the Zerka reps. Those Zerka reps would absolutely build data centers on Tatooine. Suck whatever water's left of the planet just to make AI a little cheaper. Movie? Yeah, the KOTOR fan film. That is to what we refer. Look up Escape from Terrace on YouTube. Very recent fan film made by a high school, very rich high school movie studio. Fun time, fun time. Don't get me started on General Garza. That one's totally fair. That one is completely understandable. We can all see the dump truck.
Stop right there.
Oh, hi, Selvin. I don't know you.
We'll go.
I guess I accidentally talked to you somehow. Tatooine is the best spot for data centers, believe me. Tatooine is the best spot for data centers, believe me. I know more than anyone. There's nothing else built for that sort of place. Just gotta believe me, gotta trust. Zerka builds a data center, bulldozing Kashyyyk underlands. More at 11. Yoda versus Mace, who wins? We've had this conversation before. I think we've agreed that if Yoda is in a force-off with Mace, he wins, but if Mace is in a close combat, lightsaber situation, then he wins. People have also argued that Mace loses in a lightsaber situation because his sword fighting style is used for Sith, and Yoda is not a Sith. But I think Mace is just too much of a powerhouse to lose in a straight-up lightsaber fight, even to Yoda. Did you see your chat about RGB? RGB lightsabers. You know, we have RGB lightsabers in Destiny. We kind of beat them to the punch with that one. If Star Wars was made by Gen Z, aside from broccoli haircuts, which were an acolyte, I just know, I can sense with every fiber of my being that Anakin would wear the broccoli cut if it was made in the modern day. Young Anakin would have a broccoli cut, and he would think it was so cool. Kraxic blade. Legally distinct saber. My bad, my bad. I've seen the Tartovsky Clone Wars episodes. Windu has some force behind him. Yo, you got that faulty Astrodroid selling fit? Yeah, dude. This model, when you don't have armor on, is a Twi'lek dancer, but when you put armor on, it actually works. I didn't actually know that. But, yeah, we're a Twi'lek dancer for the Dex run. Anakin in episode 2 was halfway there. Yeah, he was kind of close. Plo Koon had beaten Yoda? That's Filoni glaze. That's gotta be Filoni glaze. I know Plo Koon is awesome, but he's not that awesome. Anakin had a rat tail. I mean, all Padawans have the rat tail. I will eventually get to 2003 Clone Wars. We may as well watch that first next movie night. And then we can watch normal Clone Wars. 2000s broccoli cut equivalent. Trans Twi'lek dancer. Yes, I didn't change my sound set for male, so technically. We're using our dexterity to transition between light and dark side, as well as genders. It ease how it ease. Filoni with his action figure roleplay writing. If they had actually like shown an episode where Plo Koon clapped Yoda up in a fight, shit would not go unpunished. The internet would be losing their shit. And they'd be so mad Plo Koon got shot down out of the sky. How's Pure Dex Run going? Doors right now are our toughest enemy. I want to kill Selvin for the XP, but like, this is taking a long time. Do you think they gave voice training as part of Jedi training? Like, what kind of voice training? Like, you know, public speaking? Or are they learning how to do the Kronk impression perfectly? Now listen, I'm gonna need you to give up those hostages. The Republic is requiring their immediate return and their safety. So if you could let them go, that'd be great. That'd be very poggers. The kind that makes you sound like an English noble. I could see it. I don't think it's impossible. Jedi Cotillion. Think about it, the first two Jedi that we see on screen chronologically are an Irishman and a Scotsman. So, both English adjacent. Like British adjacent. They're Islesmen. And they've got the accents. So maybe the theory makes sense. Then again, that makes you wonder, where do all the British accents come from with the Sith? Is that just like a... Is that just a remnant of the original Jedi who were cut away from the Order a million bajillion years ago? Was there like one British guy? And like his British genes got passed down to every Sith pureblood that the Dark Jedi mingled with? Is this a indicator that British people are in fact evil? Is this what George Lucas meant? Hey guys, Patrick Warburton here. Legend Monkey's my favorite channel on the Citadel. My son voices a Honkai Star Rail character, and it's actually pretty cool. Talking versus talking with Aura. Oh, voice training, as in, like, to sound more masculine. Oh, I mean, maybe. Or feminine, for that matter. I don't think it would be impossible. It's outrageous, it's unfair. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the chat. Jess, you missed out on quite a productive conversation in the VC last night. We were talking about Robert. You and Robert may have something in common that you should discuss in private. I'm not saying British people are evil, just saying half of the world on Independence Day are celebrating their independence from Britain. True! Very true. Do I prefer Empire? Robert Richard, my bad. I don't know where I got Robert. That is my bad. We're both gay? That I don't know. Something else. It's not that pressing. It's not that important, but something that may be interesting. If it's not, fair enough. I am sorry, Richard. I was talking about the British, and Robert was at the forefront of my mind, I suppose. As a British name. I don't like either? What? I didn't say nothing like that. British people, though? Well, there's Scottish blood in me. Scottish-Irish blood in me. I've got an English last name, though, so, you know. It's complicated. Is there a Discord? Yes, Thomas, there is a Discord. I thought I've invited you a few times. I thought I had. Or I thought you've asked. I have no idea what you're mentioning. In that case, never mind. Nothing important at all. It was a shared love of KOTOR. Nothing at all. Damn, Scottsdale in Scotland. Whoever organizes the galaxy the best deserves to run the galaxy. You would think. But surprisingly, no. I've sent the Discord link in stream chat a few times to join from there. Off of the link. I don't have a Discord command. I don't think YouTube does commands, actually. Oh, fuck, I don't have... I thought I had an antidote. I'm probably dead, actually. That's so cringe. I didn't even have the dex to avoid the poison mine either, which is double crazy. Double cringe. Don't worry, Richard. It was nothing that was, like, compromising. It was just a shared love of KOTOR. Nothing crazy at all. Solo, a Star Wars story. I don't understand. I'll never understand. I will never not be a solo unenjoyer. 66th jungler is going to get something right? Yeah, the 66th jungler is going to be slimed out for the Republic. For the Galactic Empire. We're just killing them. Straight up. You watched the first new episode of Darth Maul? First episode of the new Darth Maul thing and you liked it? Oh, good for you. Glad you're enjoying it. You'll have to tell me what you think after you finish it. No, there is no other implications. You both like KOTOR a lot. Richard was playing KOTOR last night doing a challenge, and it was very fun. Let me get the Discord link. You have been to a dark mall recently? Spooky as fuck. That does sound pretty spooky. Being in a super public place, alone, while it's closed and dark. I kinda like that. I kinda enjoy that feeling. Like when a place is closed up shop and no one's there. Then again, I'm an introverted weirdo who likes being alone. Sometimes. So that may have something to do with it. Alright, Karth, you're getting Ligma. You're gonna die of Ligma for me. Thanks, Karth. In 10 years, you get people saying that they like Last Jedi or something, which I'll hate. If those new gens dare to pretend like they can go through a prequel defense phase, do a sequel defense phase, well, I'm a shake my hand at them and tell them to get off my lawn. I gave up last night after spending nearly an hour just playing Pazaak with Subam. I didn't realize I already got all his credits. Damn. Did you see any Phantom Menace in there? Well, Obi-Wan, I've got this strange feeling that this Phantom Menace is lurking in the shadows. Did you just drop the title card, Master? I have no idea what you're talking about. Get back to the ship. I want Star Wars to be made public domain. Well, if you survive another... oh, what is it? 50 years? 51 years? We'll get there. Surely.
I gave now.
Alright, lady. Time to die of Ligma. I got stunned. Help. Help! Help! Fuck. My favorite mainline Star Wars movie? Probably 3. I don't think there's any like Star Wars movie that I go sit down to watch as often. Wow. Thanks for the fail, Poison Nade. I should probably watch Rogue One again. But we'll definitely see what my favorite Star Wars movie is after the watch parties that we do. The chronological Star Wars watch through. I'll have to see which one I find the best. I need to go home and rethink my life. Joke's on you, chat. You got death sticks at half price? Damn. Me every time I watch these streams. Good to know that I'm a wonderful time investment. I try my best. I like the Star Wars where they did the War in the Stars. Me too, you know. I thought that was really inspired. I like that Dune movie where, like, they're in the desert and there's, you know, sand dunes. I thought that was pretty cool. Rogue One was good in retrospect. I thought it was always good. I didn't think it was a standout, but I thought it was always good. But in retrospect, it's even better now because of Andor. People skewer Return of the Jedi ruthlessly. Return of the Jedi is absolutely tainted by the Ewoks being lame and dumb. The rest of the movie's pretty darn okay, though. Can't complain. Kind of forgot I had stealth, by the way. Oopsie poopsie. Let's up our AC again. Sitting at a nice 24 AC. Next we nice Clone Wars. We get the more righteous Anakin instead of unbearably cringy Anakin. But I like cringy Anakin. I like cringykin. He's Pookie. Cringykin is Pookie Wookie Bear. That's my boy Haiti, Wade, and Quinstonson. Ewoks are not lame and dumb, they're based and uwu. That doesn't help your case. Sorry to say. Ewoks are teddy bear Viet Cong soldiers. Can someone send a link to the Discord? Hold on. Number 1 is Revenge of the Sith, and number 6 is Attack of the Clones. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I don't think anyone would contest that. Click on this link, Thomas, or copy it into your Discord to join the server.
You there, Upworlder. Yeah.
I like the Resident Evil movie where they fight evil in Residence game. I mean, you know, that makes sense.
Have you come?
Go on, you two. Get out of here.
Have I ever seen a UFO IRL? If I have, I've forgotten about it because they probed me and wiped my memory. Which would make sense. That's what I would do if I was an alien. I'm too good not to probe. Surely.
Please help. No. This cannot. No.
A New Hope is underrated. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's always a good starting point. Always solid. It's a great introduction to Star Wars. The only way to get introduced to Star Wars. Spain beat France. I heard. Y'all see the clips of Argentina's games where their big guy, whatever his face is, Lionel Messi, was like straight up giving orders to the referees to run penalties. Like the referee was like literally consulting Messi, like saying, "All right, hey, is it time for me to rig the game for you guys or what?" He was like, "Yeah, do it, dude." I thought that was pretty crazy. That was like allowed to happen, and it was on live TV too. Like they weren't hiding it or nothing. I've been told that football is just like that. People lie about fouls. People have blatant corruption going on. Makes what America did, what Trump did to get the American player back in the game with a called favor look pretty tame. It's apparently just a hazard of the sport. Have enough ad campaigns and league marketing presence that you get a few calls in your favor, I guess. Pretty crazy. I know I'd be so mad if I was playing against people like that. That's like my big thing. I hate people who taunt, and I hate people who, like, obviously are cheating, have relationships with the people in charge. Shit's so annoying. People saying Conor McGregor took a dive. I also saw that. It looks like Conor McGregor just, like, was not ready for the maneuver he tried. Bro went in swinging, slipped and fell. It did not work out for him. Either way, he got paid money. It was a much easier payday for the other guy, who had to do nothing. But, you know. Either way, neither of them can be too sad about the outcome, I suppose. I'm aware of what taking a dive means. But I think he just slipped and, like, messed up his leg with that stupid kick he did at the start of the fight. I just think he was stupid. He hadn't fought in 5 years, and he made a bad decision. Cost him the fight. I don't think he was taking that dive for money. He could have. It's happened. But I just don't think he did. A lot of people invite me to Xbox parties when it's 1 or 2, 3 a.m. When you're watching my stream. They're all up to something. They think you're on my stream. They want to, like, talk to me. It's the only explanation. They're trying to get in good, clearly.
Hurry, Hindar!
I think Connor should have leveled the Constitution. His dexterity clearly failed if he pulled his leg or whatever. Doing that maneuver he did.
No! You can't do this! It isn't...
When you played soccer, we got head trauma. Real injuries. Real injuries in soccer? You're kidding. That happens? No way. Yeah, I don't doubt that I don't doubt that those people absolutely got rinsed for their money, which is a shame.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted
This is why I'm not even into fighting. Like, more often than not, interesting fights just turn out to be... Bro's dead. Damn. Most fights just turn out to be complete hogwash. People not actually fighting. Or fights that are so one-sided, hyped up to be something, but they're actually nothing. It's a dishonest sport. I don't want to watch it.
No! You can't do this! It isn't... Please...
At least when you're, like, watching wrestling, you know it's all fake, and you can just be entertained by what's going on. Bro failed the reflex roll. Rip McGregor. Can I beat KOTOR at 3 a.m. in October?
You there, civilian.
Maybe,
This is a
maybe.
restricted area.
His
What are you
dex
doing
stats
down
are
there?
ass. Best COD 1 quote from Captain Price. McGregor! McGregor! Basketball is dishonest? I don't know. I know that as of recent, like this year, lots of people have been looking at the refs different. And that's definitely because of the gambling epidemic. Like, we're allowing gambling in society now. Like, cool. Why? The shit was illegal. Like, I absolutely do think that every sport has been compromised to some degree this year. But usually, before this year and last year, I would say basketball was pretty fair game most of the time. I think the refs were a little too diligent, honestly, with all the fouls they called in the NBA. They never called traveling in the NBA, which is lame. Traveling was a very big thing when I was playing basketball in school. But in the NBA, they don't care. It looks better on TV when they travel a little bit, which is lame. A soap, what kind of name is soap? Fope. Fope. If you gamble more than a few bucks, you're actually... Yeah, I just don't think gambling is worth it. There was a reason it was illegal before, and the only reason it's legal now is because people in the high places are making money off of it. Disingenuously. It's just evil. Most hardcore fans watch college. That's what a lot of people say about sports. They just prefer college. Because it's just raw game. Not as much stakes. There are stakes. There is money. Lots of money. But, you know, lesser.
Look out.
One nade. I'm goated. I enjoy gambling. In moderation. Don't ruin your life. I see lots of people ruining their lives, and I can't help but say, wow. What
Please, you have to
happened?
help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't.
They're actually trying,
I
yeah.
can't just leave him there.
But don't get me wrong, though. There have been cases where these college kids have taken bets as well. There was more than a few news stories about people getting arrested because they were fucking up on purpose. This is why gambling in sports has been illegal, because they knew players would try and mess up on purpose so they could get a piece of the pot. It ruins the integrity of the sport, but you know, we need money. I don't make a big issue out of it. I don't even watch sports, so I'll leave it to the sports ball fans. Anyway, I don't think I really want to deal with rat ghouls that much. I can sneak by them, which is nice. Very nice. I don't think they give me the... I don't think they see me. Wow. Immediately. Too bad I can't see his roll for that. Because my stealth is... 16! How did bros see me? Like, genuinely. Kind of crazy. Is what it is. Oh, right, I forgot to upgrade my gun. Just another thing. Another unrelated thing. The only thing worth gambling with is your liver on a nice weekend. The only thing worth gambling are your hard-earned credits in Pazak, baby. I love Pazak. Pia Pazak. Alright. Back to what we were doing. Alright, let's try stealth again. We have literally plus 16. So, unless we crit fail rolls or they get crit detection, there's like no chance we get Zane. That's what we like. That's what we like. Now I'm gonna run back and let them get caught in the no-no zone. I haven't actually played any of the CODs, unfortunately, so I don't know what you guys... I don't know the details. I'll have to trust you guys' testimonies on COD. Anyway, I have the Rat Ghoul Serum. That's nice, that's rad. Time to heal the sick.
Please.
Goodbye. Love COD 1 and 2. Yeah, I wasn't ever allowed to play COD or Halo when those games were coming out. So, I am disconnected, unfortunately. I think I've said my first M-rated game was actually Assassin's Creed 4. Because it was on sale. And I saw it and I thought it was really cool, so I asked really nicely to get it, and I got it. Then after that was Fallout 4, I believe. If my memory serves. I should go check my disc collection. Verify.
Don't... Candace, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a raccoon.
Oh, fuck me. Remember you played COD because it was T at the time?
We've got company. Get those...
It was T at the time? Really? Wow. I actually didn't know that. You went to bed. Here. Turning wet. Okay, Candace, you took care of business. Thank goodness. Her main concern was crimes. Half-Life 2 was easier, even though it was them, because you were killing aliens and not doing crime. I see. You wouldn't download a car, would you? Sweating while playing Gmod, downloading a new car model. Yeah, I don't regret missing out on COD or Halo. I'm totally okay with it. I have the Halo Master Chief Collection. I can get into that whenever I want. And COD, I've just been seeing lots of bad press about COD recently, so I've been very meh about getting into it. Granted, same thing about Halo, but at least, you know, Halo Infinite was free, the multiplayer mode. So when I tried it, I was like, oh, this is pretty alright.
I'll avoid what I can.
Bro. Where did Joel even find me? Dog, stop licking your paw. It took hours to get a GPU driver update. Having dial-up at the time. Damn. I believe it. It was a different time. Different age. The Combine would consider breaking in and out of prison a crime. That is true, but like, you know, there are dictators. So. And aliens. That also is pretty important. I'd say that's pretty important. Just a little bit. Remember 300 KB downloads when we were early teens. Absolute pain. Good reason to buy physical discs. How times have changed. How downloads have changed. 300 KB was fast as fuck. I get 11 millibytes now, MB, at my house, my connection, for like downloading games on Steam. It's pretty mediocre, but it's decent. I know my friends are doing like hundreds of MB at a time. I don't even know how. I don't know what they got going on different. Yeah, 11 MB. Takes like 2 hours. No, it takes like 3 or 4 hours to download all of BG3. Bit of a pain in it. But for smaller games, it's not that bad. So, it hasn't really been too crazy. Yeah, I don't know what causes it. Maybe just be It may just be the way our internet is over here. When I went to school, it was about the same download speed, so I don't know. We definitely don't have Spectrum. That would be even worse. I don't have an Ethernet cable in my room, so it's just Wi-Fi. I keep, like, reminding myself I should, like, try and see what it takes to, like, put an Ethernet port into a room when you don't have one. Like, what kind of electrical work would be required? That could probably be a good idea for future projects. Maybe just up my capabilities a bit. Stream looks good enough for me. Yeah, we'll take it. I imagine it would take quite a bit of electrical work to install an Ethernet port when you don't have one into your wall. Probably like hundreds of dollars, but who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face. Please hurry up and post a new video. Hello, Caver. Welcome to the chat. Once you use gigabit internet for the first time, you can't go back. Gigabit. Wow. Sounds pricey. Sounds like a lot of money. You need empty pipe already run. Otherwise, just tack it up along the floor or ceiling. The fuck is a gigabit? It's a bit, but giga. I assure you, it's very big.
Thank you. Bastard. Over there.
If you're in a remote area, the tower servicing you might just be one that hasn't worked on in a minute. Outdated hardware. I don't know. Our area is pretty close to big city. And we got lots of people living here. I'd think that our towers are good. But I don't actually know. I would just assume they would be. Who knows? Who knows? It's good, it's decent, it's mediocre, but it works. It's probably not even a tower issue either, because my friends who used to live in the area had decent download speeds. I don't know what it is. And what's doubly weird is that, like, when I look up my internet speed using like an online internet speed calculator or whatever, it says I've got like hundreds of MB of download speed. So I don't know what's limiting me. If that's a setting I need to turn off or what. Let me look up my intersped, like, internet speed checker. Intersped checker. I merged the two words a little too quick. Internet speed test. Yeah, I've got 88 megabits per second. It's supposed to be 88, but I get 11. So, don't know what's up with that. Download or upload, both. Both are about 80 to 90. So I should have very good internet. Very decent internet is from what it says, but yeah, I don't know what's limiting me. If there's a Steam issue, if there's a driver issue, or what, but something. It could just be that, you know, it's a family house and there's lots of people on the internet at the same time. Lots of devices. And they're sharing the load, which is understandable. Would you believe that the new Spectrum internet is better than what I used to have? Really? I hear nothing but bad shit about Spectrum. That's crazy. Also, Caver, I am thinking about taking some time off stream to just focus on the video after this deck series is done, because I'll have all the stats done. I know that wouldn't be great. Wouldn't be fun for everyone else, but if I gotta do what I gotta do, I gotta do it. I'm thinking about it. Spectrum business, and it's fine. I know that business Wi-Fi do be crazy. 88 megabits is the same as 11 megabytes. In which case, I suppose then it all makes sense.
Greetings once.
Yeah, it's megabits. 88 megabits, so I guess that is just my speed. It is what it is. Mbps. It's reporting accurately. If they're getting boring, you can always tune off until later. That is your choice. I will understand.
I saw you.
It's more testament to how bad your old internet was. Editing stream? Maybe. Perhaps for the gorillas. Yeah, I know a lot of people who are into Mass Effect want me to Mass Effect. Agenda uncovered for sure. The agenda was never covered. It was always plain as day. And check Discord. What's on Discord? Welcome, Thomas. 421 MBS. Divide that by 8. 52, that's pretty darn good. That's 5 times better than mine. Could be your router being bottlenecked on sending packets to your machine. Well, I don't know. If that's my speed and I was just doing the calculations wrong. As in, you know, not knowing the difference between bits and bytes. I think that's just my speed. I think that just is what it is. Maybe I'll ask some of my friends who are in this current neighborhood that I'm in if they have similar numbers. Hey Carl, do a favor for me. Thanks, appreciate. Now I could probably just skip through this entire area if I really wanted to. Just turn on my droid. Pause.
I'll avoid what I can.
As long as I don't get seen. Out of nowhere. Having a gigabit at your disposal is amazing. Download games at massive sizes in minutes to an hour, depending on size. That does sound pretty cool. May we all be so lucky. Love the Twi'lek avatar choice. Thank you, thank you. We are indeed the dexterous Twi'lek dancer named Gangnam Style. It would only be fitting, I think. do a SWTOR video. It was funner than you thought. Oh, you had fun. Which class did you choose? I forget if you told me or not. But yeah, I have done SWTOR content in the past, and when I streamed it, no one was that interested. So maybe in the future, just not now. Maybe SWTOR will be in the mainstream when its new update comes out. Who knows? Bounty Hunter? Oh yeah, we love Bounty Hunter. Great campaign. My boy lives in Austin, has multi-gig Google Fiber, but he only plays RuneScape. Call it overkill. Imagine having like business level internet for Club Penguin. Who knows? Maybe business level Wi-Fi is going to be a upgrade that I make once I have a windfall of mega proportions. Could be a pretty good investment. I think most big streamers have business size internet for their work. Have I done Fallen Order or Battlefront? I haven't played either on stream, no. But that will be what I do on Twitch. My testing ground will be other games, mostly other Star Wars games, and games that are suggested by y'all. Things I should try. Give a go, as it were. I could set up my Twitch, like, really soon if I wanted to. I just don't think a lot of people would be tuning in until I do a main video and advertise the Twitch in it. Oh man. Locked doors. I don't do Twitch yet, no. I feel as though if I did Twitch right now, it'd be like a fraction of my current viewer base. I have to release a video if I want to play Twitch. Because then I'll have given people who watch my videos a heads up. You know, hey, check this out. On opposite days, I'm doing Twitch. Or I simulcast. Who knows? I'm thinking simulcast is not going to be the play because of my internet. I think simulcasting is probably doable with KOTOR in specific, because it's not that hard of a game to run, and I can run 2 instances of OBS, 2 profiles at the same time. So I could probably use the simulcast OBS mod without much issue. It's stuff that I'll figure out. It's nothing you guys got to worry about. A lot of my PC specs, it's 2070 super graphics driver. It's a pretty good laptop. I got it 2022, I think. 2022, 2021. So it's still very decent. Minimum specs for most games haven't reached 2070 level yet. So I'm hanging in there. Restream.io, you stream them and they read code and send to YouTube and Twitch. I don't know if I'd want that style of broadcast, but I could look into it. I think the OBS mod would be fine. And if it's not, then I'll just do opposite days. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sundays for main channel KOTOR related runs. And then I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday for unrelated or stuff I'm trying out. Cooking stream when? RAM, 16. I got 16. So I'm not totally booked with 8 GB or nothing. SWTOR Grug Guild Flashpoint grinds when true. That's another thing I wanna like kick off when I've released my next video, because then we can get a whole bunch of people in on the Grug Guild and we could all like take over the fleet. It'd be so funny. But if you guys need invites now, I'm totally okay with hopping on Grug. I can get you guys invited if you're not invited already. Get that started. I did make those Discord channels for a reason. I'll look into it, Rabbit. We'll see. If it's what I need, we'll see what happens. There'll be plenty of testing. As it is, I can run 2 instances of OBS with KOTOR. Not so much with other games, but with KOTOR, it's been working. So I'll probably be okay to simul stream that. If you re-download SWTOR anytime soon, you'll join the Greg Alliance. Hell yeah. As you should. Grug Guild is best guild. Laptops are like cars and desktops are like houses. With cars you get the 2022 model. May put in a new intake and that's it. With the house you can remodel, add new buildings, or just restart. Well, I've opened up my laptop recently, actually. I had to replace the fans because they weren't working anymore. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I'm not like an IT person or have any like computer knowledge beyond, you know, what they taught you in public school. So when I found a tutorial to open up my current model laptop and change out its fans, I was pretty jazzed that I was able to do it myself. I don't know how much more I could replace, but I just know I can do it for the fans. To like replace the graphics card or stuff like that, that would probably be too deep. Too much stuff to yank out of the guts. I don't really want to do that either. Just necessary repairs. Gotta keep that shit clean. Yeah, any modern computer can handle KOTOR. It's not very high maintenance. It's just having 2 instances of OBS. Because OBS is very high maintenance. And depending on the game you're running, that'll go up even more. Like, if I tried to run 2 instances of OBS playing Destiny 2, that would not work. It didn't work with Mass Effect, which surprised me. It was the remastered Mass Effect, though, so that may have added to it. I'm on laptop. It is a gaming laptop. You redid your laptop heavily recently, replaced the 1200p screen with 16p, add new SSD just for the sake of Cyberpunk and AC Shadows. Wow, replacing the screen, that must have been quite the project. Like, did your laptop's frame... Was your laptop's frame, like, able to be switched out? Like, I know the frame of my screen right now is a certain size, certain inches by inches. Did you, like, have to, like, completely re-rig the wiring for that, or what? Also cheaper to live in a car. 2 OBS is crazy on laptop, unless you're playing tabletop. I saw someone bore and stroke out about Earthstream engine in Honda. I like Hondas. Hondas are good. Big fan. I don't really care what car I have as long as the gas mileage is good. Gas per gallon. I'm an efficiency guy. The design, I couldn't care less. And Hondas, Hondas are pretty darn good. I do care about the car's feel. Like, if I'm in a bigger car, I don't like it. I feel more self-conscious because, like, I'm slower, I can't accelerate as much, and I can't, you know, make turns the way that I make turns. I've got a Honda Civic myself, so I enjoy the zippy feeling. Japan makes the best stuff. It's not quite 40 miles to the gallon or nothing. That'd be kind of cool, but it's a good car. And Hondas last forever, so not scared of it breaking down or nothing. I've only had to like replace the battery a couple times. That's about it. Off the top of my head, anyway. Can I drive stick? Nah. I can't drive stick. I don't have an old Honda. I've got a pretty recent Honda. You had an 01 Civic? Nice. Year I was born. I have an integrated graphics drive. What should I do? I don't know. I don't actually know what the difference between integrated graphics and whatever is. I'm not that tech savvy. From what I've heard in the chat, though, integrated graphics is not the way to go if you've got like a better card. Like if you're running a decent card in your system, you don't want to run integrated graphics. Modern Hondas have CVTs and those transmissions suck. CVT? What's that? You drive a Honda Cross Tour and I don't give a damn that my car is the fattest ass on the road. It feels great. Packing like Sally from Cars, bro. Inch graphics cards share system memory. It's crap. Damn. You want dedicated memory on its own video card. Got it. 2 common points of failure: head gasket and CVT transmissions. Well, mine's not new, like 2020's new. I don't know if that saves me or not. Continuously variable transmission, no gears. Ah. Well, yeah, my car is like 10 years old. I don't know if that's old or new enough, but is what it is. Rubber band between some cones. Manual Honda Fit / Jazz is perfection. I don't know, you can't beat the Civic. You know how Civics are. Perfect for running over pedestrians. That is their reputation. What will the KOTOR remake system requirements be? If I had to guess, it's going to be 1070 minimum. 1070 minimum is my guess. Because that's what a lot of big games have been doing recently. If it's 2070 minimum, I'm going to cry, dude. Because I'm not going to be able to record without buying a new laptop.
Come back. Could it be true?
Toyota Veris is a great car.
I swear the
64 RAM would be absolutely nuts. I think 16 RAM is like pretty demanding for most games, minimum, nowadays. I don't think it would go that high. I don't think it'd go 32. Are there any games that require 32? I wouldn't want it to be 16. It probably would be, but I wouldn't want it to be. Because I know that shit would be eating up my systems. I would have to, like, somehow lighten OBS. I really don't want it to be min 32. That'd be so bad. Like, I would like 32 gigs of RAM, but I don't want the game to be 32 gigs minimum recommended, because I don't have it right now. That would scare me. That'd be terrifying. That would be spooky. Let's go clear out a few more quests. RAM prices are insane right now. It'll be delayed so frequently that it'll be running DirectX 30. Listen, if the game has been delayed and like they're not updating the systems and it's like got specs from 5 years ago, fine by me. Because literally anything is an upgrade for 2003 KOTOR. And also that means I can run it. I play on Steam? Yeah. 24 minimum? That's not a thing. That's gotta be fake. Ain't no way. 24? That's such a weird number. A compromise. You found a 32 gigabyte DD4 desktop RAM at the dump? Bro found gold. 16 is the bare minimum right now. I mean, it absolutely is. The last 16 minimum gig RAM game that I played, I think, is Dune Awakening, and that shit was unoptimized as fuck. So I wouldn't be super excited. Bro's using the Yoda mobile. Graham's situation is so dumb. If the market crashes before they finish production, what are they gonna do? Who knows? Who knows? AI is more important than everything. Yo guys, should I be evil with the Rakul serum or what? I don't think I should be evil. I could be. I wouldn't mind the extra money. I'm not gonna buy from this guy either, really, so I may as well be evil with it. May as well. Dia's bounty as well. I wanted to go get Largo. That's what I wanted to do. And maybe go fight the dueling ring one more time. Can inflation be beat? Listen, man. When all these corporations and their higher-ups start realizing that people are irreplaceable and they can't just optimize costs with AI, then only then will we finally have RAM back. The bubble's gotta pop. And it will pop. 'Cause it do be a dirty bubble. Dex equals evil. Yes. AI is why Tatooine is a desert. You know, I wonder what the Rakatans' views on AI was. They had droids, but not AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even
Am I progressive?
he couldn't end his career.
I don't like AI. Will bubble pop before I die? I think a lot of AI and the desire to see AI succeed is based in anti-consumer, anti-worker, middle class, lower class rhetoric. Like, they want to replace humans. They're also hurting the environment. They're using AI data centers to basically offload the costs of AI use, because AI as of yet is unprofitable, too much energy use. So they're trying to put the burden on local populations, the energy costs, which is not very fair to me. They're even like influencing lawmaking to allow data centers to be made even when people vote no. They're circumventing democracy. So it doesn't sound like a great situation. AI is and will always be anti-human. If AI was just made for like doing busy work, like doing taxes, doing accounting. Even then, we have accountants who would be out of the job. So it's just, I do believe that sometimes we don't need to continue certain avenues of technology. AI is not really something worth investing in because it takes away from people. Think of Jurassic Park. The moral of that story is humanity goes far with science sometimes, but sometimes they shouldn't. Because it leads to disastrous consequences. You know, like dinosaurs rampaging around an island eating people. Not quite the same as AI, but you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a legend in the sport, a 20-year veteran who still knows how to show the young kids, but there's always...
Am I a blue-collar worker? Currently, streaming is what I do. Damn. I think AI could be used well by morally right people, but frankly, the foundations for the reasons why people are investing on AI are not moral. They want to replace people. They want people out of jobs. They want to cut costs by getting people out of offices. And they're willing to burden general populations with AI data centers, taking their energy, water, etc., whatever, noise, just to make AI work, even though it's clearly not working and not worth it, and in most cases is not a profitable expenditure of a business's money. I think there are good things you could do with AI, but AI's inception, the reason people are investing in AI in the first place are not good reasons. Yeah, the corruption with AI data centers is pretty crazy. But that's par for the course nowadays, isn't it? Corruption. Can't say it's a unique issue. New York signed a moratorium to block AI data centers coming to the state for a year. That's good. Good for them. I know, personally, and where I am in North Carolina, if we got an AI data center or whatever, that shit would be really rough because heat's been hitting the state hard. We're in a drought. I'm pretty sure, like, they legally can't put AI data centers around us because, you know, we are going through a drought and we don't have water to spare. Let's just hope, you know, that they don't pass any legislation otherwise. Oh shit, I missed. Oh, I wasn't talking about capitalism. I was talking about AI. Now what you're asking me is, am I a socialist? And that is not a question that I have an answer to. I don't really have a political leaning, to be honest. I see things on the news, I form thoughts about them, and that's about it. That's a reach tip. We have parts of many systems, including capitalism. Oh, you're talking to the folks in the chat. I think America's culture is very much favoring the strong over the weak. It's a masculine mindset that we have. It's a cultural dimension we have. We're not sympathetic for the weak because of the culture we have. So if people are going through a rough time, it's their fault. They could be doing better. And when we see billionaires, we celebrate them. We don't think they're doing anything wrong, that sort of thing. If you guys are looking for, like, sociological information on the United States and other countries, I'd recommend Hofstede's Dimensions of Culture. It's weird to spell. Hofstede. Hofstede's Dimensions of Culture. And you can look at all the dimensions and see what America is rated in each dimension. But specifically with masculinity in regards to caring for the weak or strong, masculinity versus femininity. We are very masculine. One of the most masculine nations on the planet. Compared to some European countries that help their homeless out more, they are more sympathetic toward their poor. They are a more feminine nation. Because masculinity and femininity in the dimensions of Hofstede's cultural dimensions don't necessarily mean like actual masculinity and femininity. It's just it's sociology. If you have an interest, I'd recommend looking it up. I think Hofstede did a pretty good job. He paints a pretty good picture, sets a good baseline, and he does say that cultures change over time. So he, you know, has a disclaimer for himself. Obviously, there is no perfect definition for any human anything. You cannot put a label on something and be like, that's it. People are complex, cultures are extremely complex, and even if you optimize looking at it like Hofstede tried to do, there's still going to be things you miss no matter what. The only real way to know a people or culture is just to go there, see what's up, and observe. We're just talking about things in this stream, aren't we? Let's see here.
Please.
Largo. I want
knew
to
you were here to kill me.
Oh, no. I wanted your money first, actually. Free money. I thought bro was talking about Twi'leks. The sociology of Twi'lek culture. I actually have no idea what the hell Ryloth is about. I think I've only seen Ryloth in one episode of like The Bad Batch with Hera. And The Bad Batch was there, I think. Free money.
What?
I'm sure Ryloth lore is quite interesting. My favorite culture is Canto Bite. Funny how we went from Star Wars to philosophy. That's how streams do be. You find things to talk about. I think it's fun to talk about philosophy and that sort of stuff. Sociology and psychology were what I studied. I'm not a perfect expert, but I do like talking about the subjects. You forgot Kyle had a fat ass. Kyle Katarn's fat ass. They did the polygons for him. On purpose. Generous. Gluteus Maximus. That's why Jan keeps him around. Hey, yo. That's crazy. Alright, let's go turn in all this stuff for money. Hate to see him go, love to watch him leave type shit. Amazing. Can't believe I made Rebbit sleep with the sociology conversation. I'm glad he's staring at ass and it's waking him up. Getting him turned, you could say. You could say he likes it. He's enjoying it. He's having a great time. Spying on the dumpy. I do agree that sociology is pretty dope. One of the better classes a college student can take for sure. Free money. Huzzah. Now, do I care about Dia that much? What does Dia give you again? I forget. Is it a melee weapon mod? I think it's a melee weapon mod. Energy projector for light side. Yeah, that's a melee weapon mod, so I don't really care. In which case, killing her will give me money. May as well slime her out. Philosophy's awesome in general. Mathematicians have to learn some of it, and I love the classes I took. I think some philosophy classes can be a bit long-winded, but it is interesting foundational stuff sometimes. It is the basis of all science, or so they say. Paleontology with a lab. Get to touch fossils. That is pretty cool. It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Started going to gym for that. Very nice.
You're back. Then you're getting.
Turns out the Greeks can think a lot of cool things when they've got the slaves doing all their work. Gives them a lot of free time. Goodbye, Dia. I'm sorry, little one. But I need the money. Favorite Socrates quote. It's a I just read that. My bad. Diogenes mindset. The Diogenes grind set. What a guy. What a guy, that Diogenes. You know, I think people think philosophy is useless because they already have religion, and religion is philosophy. They don't need man-made philosophy, they need God-made philosophy. I mean, think about, like, certain Asian religions, like Confucianism. That entire religion is just philosophy. And dogma, and social law, pretty much. No godhead, just a philosopher who said do these things. Religion fills a lot of roles. Philosophy is usually one of them. What am I doing now? Right, we're going to the sewers. Behold, a man. In a rich man's house, there was no place to spit beside his face. Wait, holy based Diogenes? Hold up. I didn't know he had that one. Religion tier list? I don't know all that many, to be honest, so I couldn't do that justice. I do like Japanese Shintoism. Their animism and spiritual religion's pretty cool. Native American nativism and spiritualism's pretty cool as well. Dig it. Big fan. I just think all the temples in Japan are very cool. Don't get me wrong, the Buddhists got temples too. Boy, do they got temples. And in Japan, they kind of like commingle religions. They mix religions like it don't even matter to them. Like they'll mix Buddhism, they'll mix Shintoism, they'll even mix Christianity for Christmas. They just have fun over there. But I'm sure all the like original religion holders, people who created those religions would be like appalled. You know, seeing Santa on a crucifix in a shop window may not necessarily be the most correct thing, but you know, Japan's having fun. Did you know that in Japan, KFC is Christmas food?
You won't be able.
Because KFC like told a little lie. They said, "Oh, all Americans have KFC during Christmas. That's why KFC is red and white." And Japan believed that. It worked. Do I rate Stoicism? I don't think Stoicism is like a religion. It's like a philosophy. But I guess you could say it's close enough. I've got a friend who's a Stoic. I've got a very Stoic friend in Rome. Biggest ridiculous. I don't actually know if he's still Stoic or not. I'm pretty sure he is. I do know he's pagan, though. Good for him. Spirituality overall is a subjective experience. Whatever keeps you alive is what matters. Other people can be involved too, if you want it to be, but, you know, don't have to. It's a lot easier to organize old civilizations, though, if everyone's involved with the same spirituality. Nowadays, though, we have nations and money and laws. Something not as common in the river valleys 4,000 years ago. They were there, just, you know, again, not as big as they are today. Monty Python movie night. The Japanese flag is also red and white. Clearly, they're a Christmas nation. They just didn't know it. They just didn't know it. Am I dexterous enough to matrix dodge every blaster shot? I'm actually pretty surprised at how decent my dex is, my AC has been. Lots of early game enemies haven't been able to touch me. It'll be a lot better once I get Jedi robes and Jedi training, though. As it usually is in this game. Mormons are Christian grift. Comparable to Roman era Catholic Church. It seems from what I observe of the Mormon, from what I've heard from the Book of Mormon, musical as well, it seems like Mormonism answers a lot of questions about the faith of Christianity with things that may not exactly be true, but religion's all about seeking answers to things, and as long as you give an answer, it doesn't really matter if it's true. It just matters if you believe it, have faith in it. Mormonism gives certain answers to certain things that were not really answered that well in Christianity. By making it more modern, saying, you know, Jesus went to America, right? Don't know about that, but if he did, some things would make sense. Or so they say. But the Book of Mormon is a very funny play. Highly recommend watching it. As long as your spirituality results in you being a better contributor to society, then I'm all for it. Don't you know the spirituality of capitalism is worship of the dollar? God be damned. We all worship Benjamin. Jesus had blonde hair and blue eyes and ate KFC. True, true. Don't mind me, just playing devil's advocate. Not to say Jesus would be pissed right now if he came back. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think he'd be surprised at all the white people. Because, like, I don't know if he knew... Well, I guess he knew. I guess he knew that the Romans would eventually... The Romans and the other Europeans, the people not in the Middle East, would be into his word. So I guess that's not a true thing to say then. He wouldn't be surprised. I just think it's pretty funny that the Romans were, you know, kind of responsible. Partially, very much partially responsible for Jesus' death. And then later they were like, you know what? We're all about Jesus. We're all about him. We're gonna make it a holy Catholic church as well, to prove it. That's the way things go, though.
That hurt.
Jesus multiplied himself and spread across South America. Jesus. The many Jesuses. I think any religion, I mean any people that are Christian or Christian adjacent, whatever, Christian, Catholic, etc., all the denominations, wherever you are, Jesus will look like the people who live there. There's black Jesus, there's Spanish Jesus, there's white Jesus. It don't matter. Jesus can look like whatever. Because it's still Jesus at the end of the day. Ain't it? Oh, fuck. Poison. I actually have antidote kits, though, so that's fine. Yeah, Central African Christians depict Jesus as African. And I'm willing to bet a few Caribbean nations, Caribbean islands do as well. They're more interested in Mary, and that's totally fair. Mary does, in fact, do quite a lot of work. You know, carrying her dying dead son. Where was Joseph and all that, you know? It's a very specific Adam Driver movie with Scarlett Johansson as well, co-starring, in which there is a dialogue about this. Not from Scarlett Johansson, though. Another one of the characters in the film. Very good dialogue. I think that won her an award. The actress who did it. I don't think he would hate white. I don't think he. I didn't mean. I was not implying that. I was just saying dumb shit. I think he'd be. I was saying he may be surprised that the Romans were so quick to convert, but no, he wouldn't. That's what he was hoping for. He was hoping everyone would convert. He was hoping everyone would hear. So it would not be dumb at all. Not be that much of a surprise. Though I do wonder what he'd think about Islam and Muhammad as a prophet. All these Abrahamic prophets, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad as well. Like, to Islam, Jesus was a prophet, not son of God. Or God, if you're Catholic. He was like the prophet of brotherhood, if you're Islam. It's very interesting. The dynamics. Wonder what they think who Moses was. With that thought process. What would you think of Israel and Palestine? I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Nope. Not for a white Catholic boy to say. Grew up Catholic anyway. I am from Scotland, England, Ireland, Italy, Poland. There's lots of white in me. And I do believe and none of it is Jewish. So I do not have nothing to say. You would think all the Abrahamic religions would be friends. If only. My bones are white, true. They are that. Unless you have a disease. The bone hurting disease. Bonitis, indeed. I love throwing grenades at rancors. When is cooking stream? That would be pretty fun, honestly. Maybe it'll happen sometime after I do my Revan book read through. It'll be pretty fun, I think. Emperor Palpatine has just made another 500 more billion credit donation to the Empire citizens' hard-earned taxes to the Rakata. They should have independence to start their own empire. Anakin, you don't understand. Those poor Rakatans. They used to rule the world, Anakin. Oh wait, I can just use grenades on these guys. Hold on. Anakin, you don't understand. The seas would rise when they gave the word. Viva la vida. Viva la vida, Anakin. I wonder what Palpatine's tax policies were like. 1 more billion taxes. That's what the policies were like. That's what he did. Conscripting a Empire military is not cheap work, you know. And it was shoddily done as it was. Cheaper than clones. But the coverage wants to build more resorts on a tropical planet. I need more martinis, Anakin. Lord Vader. 1 more billion martinis, Anakin. There's some pretty sketchy stuff going on Palpatine's Island. Aw, nah, bruh. Not Palpatine's Island. Was Palpatine a villain or misunderstood? I don't know. He killed some people. I'm just saying. Like, he was sliming some people out. I'm thinking that Palpatine guy may have been a little evil. Just a tiny bit. Just a teeny weeny bit. A war crime here and there. What if he killed them because he wanted to establish law and order? I don't know. He didn't send out any warrants or nothing. It's like, you know, just an order. Like a 66th order or something. Pretty crazy. Palpatine was acting presidential, you could say. He was acting residential. He was acting accidental. He was acting in the interest of his dental. '67th Order? I don't want to know what the 67th Order was. We're not ready for that. Anakin, execute Order 6-7. Haha. I'm doing the hand motions. You just can't see it because, you know, I'm on comms right now. Palpatine has a chance. There was really just a thought experiment, putting Sam Altman in politics. Instead of AI, he was wanting to use clones. We don't need a standing military. By the way, the Republic was dumb for not having that, just saying. We just need to, like, buy clones. With money. Did I see what Sam Altman did to his sister? I have no clue. Heinous allegations. Oh boy, I love heinous allegations. Oh boy. Hopefully this doesn't affect OpenAI stock. Tell you what, fellas. I think we'll put Dexron right here for now. In Volker base. We've gotten pretty far. Not as fast as Strength Run, obviously. But we're doing pretty darn good, all things considered. Got 22 Dex right now. We could be at... We don't have a full +6 mod, which is fine. It's whatever. But our defense is really stacked. 28 defense with dueling, with our Scoundrel passive, which is... Is it at level 2 right now? Yes, it is. Do I get... Hold on. Scoundrels, Luck, KOTOR. So +4 is about as good as I'm going to get with the defense bonus, but hey, that's another +4. So that's pretty darn good. I'll get another +6 with Jedi, Jedi robes, Force speed, all the things. So our AC is going to be looking very nice. Very, very nice. Can't wait. But, yeah. Want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming by and listening to me yap. Being limited by light armor is pretty wild, yeah. Don't worry, we'll get robes, though. And that'll be great. But yes, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. EST as per usual, to continue our Dexterity run. Thanks for coming by, and rest well. Good night, fellas.